What happens when an atheist scientist dies and comes face to face with the truth of existence? Nancy Ryan's story will challenge everything you think you know about life, death, and what lies beyond. Hi there, welcome to Conscious Chronicles, where we explore the mysteries of consciousness, near-death experiences, and incredible spiritual stories. My name's Anthony, and I'm thrilled to have you here. Today's story is one you won't forget. It's about Nancy Ryan, a scientist whose journey took her from skepticism to profound spiritual awakening. Let's dive in. I remember being in surgery, and at that moment, I felt an overwhelming sense of love. My first thought was, I must have died on the operating table. But then my analytical, scientific mind kicked in. Wait a minute, I thought. If I died, what's all this? I didn't believe in an afterlife, in anything really. My parents had always told me that as an atheist, I'd go to hell. But I wasn't experiencing anything remotely like that. Instead, I began to wonder, what the heck is going on? Why am I here? I asked those questions in my mind, and then there was an answer. It didn't come as words, but as a knowing, a voice that seemed to resonate from all around me. It said, "This is your home. You are a part of me, a part of us. Welcome home." When I heard "welcome home," I lost it. Suddenly I remembered. Everything came flooding back to me. I knew immediately. Oh my God, life on Earth was just an illusion. What I thought was real, everything I'd been so wrapped up in, was nothing more than a temporary state. Let me start from the beginning. My name is Nancy Ryan. I grew up on a small family farm surrounded by endless cornfields in the far northwest corner of Chicago. As a child, I was a bit unusual, spiritual in a way that didn't fit into the Catholic framework my family followed. I saw divinity everywhere, in the trees, the sky, the wind. I'd tell my family, God is in the trees. Spirit is all around us. They'd look at me like I was speaking a foreign language. By the time I was a teenager, my faith began to waver. News reports about priests abusing children became rampant, especially in Chicago. I couldn't reconcile the idea of a loving God with such cruelty. By the time I was 16, I had concluded that God didn't exist. If he did, how could such horrible things happen? This certainty solidified as I pursued a career in science, earning degrees in geology and dedicating myself to rational thought and material evidence. By my mid-20s, I was a staunch atheist. In my 40s, I moved to Boulder, Colorado, and found myself at a crossroads. My marriage had ended, and I felt stuck. One afternoon, between Christmas and New Year's, I went for a bike ride to clear my head. That ride changed everything. While navigating a traffic circle, a driver in an SUV, texting instead of watching the road, plowed into me. I was thrown onto her hood, pounding on her windshield, screaming for her to stop, but she didn't see me. I slipped off, hit the pavement hard, and heard my helmet crack. The next thing I knew, she was dragging me under her vehicle. A man in a truck saw what was happening. He drove the wrong way around the traffic circle and stopped his truck in front of her. That act likely saved my life. Paramedics arrived, and as soon as one touched my neck, I screamed in pain. They rushed me to the trauma center, where I learned the extent of my injuries. A cracked collarbone, 5 broken ribs, a collapsed lung, and severe damage to my neck and back. The surgeon scheduled a complex procedure to stabilize my spine with titanium rods. I was terrified. My greatest fear had always been death, and now I was convinced I wouldn't survive the surgery. When the anesthesiologist administered the drugs, I drifted off. But instead of the usual nothingness, I became more awake than ever. I found myself on a stunning hillside, surrounded by vibrant wildflowers and rolling mountain ranges. The peace I felt was indescribable, like the warmth of a fireplace enveloping me in unconditional love. Then it hit me. Oh my God, I died. I started questioning everything. If I died, what is this? I don't believe in anything. My parents told me I'd go to hell, but this isn't hell. As if in response, the atmosphere around me answered, "This is your home. You are a part of me, a part of us. Welcome home." Suddenly, I remembered who I really was. The life I'd lived on Earth felt like a fleeting illusion. This place, this reality, was the truth. A figure emerged from the mist, ephemeral and human-like. She didn't show her face because it wasn't about her. She was here to teach me. She said, "You've agreed to go back. You're not done yet." I protested. "I don't want to go back. That place is awful. Why would I agree to that?" She showed me a vision of myself planning my life before I was born, choosing challenges to help my soul grow. I realized my experiences, even the painful ones, had purpose. She guided me through profound lessons, including a life review. She led me to a mountain pond and asked me to touch the water. Ripples spread, revealing scenes from my life. I relived moments of kindness, feeling the joy I'd brought others and the ripple effects of those actions. But I also felt the pain I'd caused, like the time I cruelly dismissed my younger sister during an argument. Experiencing her hurt was a wake-up call. I vowed to be more conscious of how my words and actions affected others. Before sending me back, she placed her hands on my broken body, filling me with warmth and light. I woke in the recovery room screaming, "Where is she? I don't want to be here." The nurses thought I was hallucinating, but a hospital chaplain later helped me understand. I'd had a near-death experience. The experience transformed me. I began living with greater awareness, gratitude, and compassion. I meditated daily, connected with nature, and focused on living from a place of love. The fear of death that had once paralyzed me was gone. I realized this life is a temporary state, a near-life experience meant to teach us how to love unconditionally. Now, I strive to help others find that same peace. Life is fleeting, but its lessons are eternal. Every moment, every interaction matters, and even when this life ends, we'll all find our way back home. Nancy's story reminds me that life is more than just the physical. It's a journey of the soul. What resonated most with you in her experience? Have you ever felt a moment of spiritual clarity like she did? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you for joining me on this journey. This is Anthony, signing off. Until the next time, let's continue exploring the mysteries of life, love, and consciousness. Stay curious, stay conscious, and take care of your beautiful soul.